National Library of Nigeria embark on preserving those cultural heritage. We actually, the idea behind it is to document Nigeria's rich cultural heritage, and that we did. But you know, with government thing, we talk about funding it. The book is even available. We have the book and we have the video. But the way we will do it as government institution is quite different from the way if there is refunding. So we have the print copy of that book on our repository. You just Google Nigerian repository, then the title of the book, Nigerian Rich Cultural Heritage, Our Pride. So we went to some of these zones. We went to Niger Delta State. We went to another state in the north. I think we went to Katsina State. We went to some of these states, and we were actually able to document some undocumented, we call it undocumented historical sites. Because there was a particular place we went to. In those days, they have to bury their royals with the belongings. So some of those things she was talking about, they were there. You will see cowries. We have those pictures. So I was even discussing with my colleague that some of those things we make them available to you because of the open domain. Then there are some areas we're able to just cover 4 zones. It's not an easy thing. It's expensive, and there is no how, you know, as government institution, we won't be able to do it the way we're supposed to, because we were like paid for maybe 2 days. If you are paid for 2 days and you are to be there after 2 days, you have to leave that place. But truly, we have a lot of these pictures. So when we're covering, I have those raw pictures with me, and we have the videos. So maybe I was able to think that I have a lot of things doing. But we have the video already of those activities. But in the video, we could not really cover all those things. But with this, we can cover. You can see, you know, a particular tomb. It's a tomb site. That one in Katsina, Dobe Takusheyi, they call it Dobe Takusheyi. When you see a particular tomb site, it is dug out. You see the belongings of those royals, the pots they used, the shoes and everything, all those things that were used in those old days, they were there. And I know that it's not just peculiar to Katsina, it's peculiar to all culture. It is during that outing that I get to know that there is no part of Nigeria that is not good. We are just the same. We are good. We are God's good people. Anywhere, you know, we went to Delta, I think we went to Delta State, and it was like even a free accommodation. Okay, you understand? We went to Katsina, the same thing. We went to Osun State, the same thing. And there is even a place in Osun, you know, is this full of taboos, and you can't just do bad things. There's a part, so we have those undocumented historical sites and events that the younger ones can just explore. They are still there, they are raw. Apart from these ones that is being blasted or whatever, they are raw. Even in that area where you saw the one that is being blasted, you will still see those ones that are untouched. So it's an area for the younger ones. Instead of picking topics, be innovative and creative about the topics you picked up. Not just what somebody has written about. Pick on topics that will bring you out, that you can really research on. And most of the lecturers at times, they won't even want you to pick new things. They will want to pick topic for you or change what they want you to do. You know, for those people that studied abroad, that is the difference. You studied abroad, you are to, you know, develop your topic. What you have as an idea is what you are going to develop on. Unlike the lecturer picking a topic for you. You see, we had a lot of things to discuss, with the younger ones, especially on areas. Even if they are picking on this undocumented historical site, who is going to sponsor it? Their research work. The parents don't have that money, and no organization is doing that for them. So if we have them to at least pick on this undocumented historical fact, I mean the professional librarians, if they are to pick on this topic, who is going to fund it? And that is where institutions like the National Commission for Museum and Monument, somebody was saying maybe we don't have art. There is nothing we don't have in this country. When it comes to institutional thing, you'll be surprised that that thing you say we don't have, we have it. So we have it, but who is doing what? How are we doing it? We have a lot of things that we are not even making use of. You'll be surprised that there is an act. By the time Knowledge Africa comes out to say you want to start documenting undocumented historical sites, some people will come out and tell you that you are doing their job because they are there. So we started it and we were well received. Even the National Commission for Museum and Monument, we work with them. So those are the areas you people will try to partner with. You have to see them, those jobs that they are not doing, that they don't really know how to go about it. At times they know how to do about it because they have some publications, but they will tell you funding. They will tell you issue of funding. So if there is a way you can partner with them to bring out those historical facts, I think the better for us. There are some of our cultures that we don't even know anything about. In that place we went to in Osun State, you can't plant yam in the afternoon. If you do, you can't. And you can't steal something from that groove. In Nigeria here, you can't, that groove, they call it Baba Ilari groove. You cannot steal something there. If you steal it, you will pay for it. So there are so many, and it's still up to now, not that it's in those days. So there are so many of these things that can be preserved. And then we have taken that upon ourselves at the National Library of Nigeria. That was why we started it, preserving it, documenting it. Ours is in the area of documenting it, putting it in form of a book, and let people have access to those books. But with Knowledge Africa, I think we can just showcase some of those materials. Thank you.
And like you just say, my eyes is open to what you're doing. There are a lot of things to learn. If someone can have Wikipedia, why don't we have free knowledge of Nigeria, where we have to domesticate what we do, project it. Young folks have to go there to see a lot of things. I am seeing Free Knowledge Africa to have a thematic area for medicals. For me, that works with disease control. We are still looking at how the public can get information about how to control, how to prevent. Prevention is the key. It's not about when you even get the disease. Well, most people doesn't know as simple as washing hands, as simple as maintaining good hygiene. You can run away from diseases because every day we are all too busy. But if you have free knowledge where it comes close to people, people can get to know about it. I saw the video of you people going to Jos, and I said, you the people did not really enjoy much. You need to go to Gembu and see nature and enjoy life. I don't know how many people here have been to Taraba State. We are in Gembu. About this time around, the weather is as 6 p.m. I mean, you can't see each other. The sun, there is no sun there. You can't see sun in Gembu from morning till night. You can't see sun shine like this. And it's in Nigeria and it's in Africa. And so when you go to Gembu and come back, you will see what's different it will make to what the journey you have had in Jos. So we need to see where project from free knowledge, where people have not been, where people have not seen, because a lot of things in Nigeria, most folks have not seen them.
I'm a historian. I am a student of history. I graduated from Bayero University, Kano. So before I became a student of history, I didn't have passion for history. I wanted law. I looked for law For 2 years, my first jam gave me Islamic Studies education in Ahmed Bello University Zaria. But then I wrote again. I still wanted law, but then they gave me history in Bayero University Kano. So I opted for that, hoping that I would masters in international relations and maybe work for United Nations and ECO, dreaming big. So along the line, I didn't have the interest in level one, level two. I didn't have it. I was just there. I just wanted to pass and be done with it. So in level three, I started doing historiography, which is the history of history itself, which was where I found my passion in history. It was really interesting. And then I started having second thoughts on what I want to master on. If I want to be a history teacher as well, because that was when I saw the importance of history and what we are lacking as a society that does not know our history. Because I have this lecturer then, Mr. Dr. Samaila, where he told us that he's a researcher and he's also a professor of history. So he made us know that Nigeria don't know our history. It's not our fault. It's still our fault. It's as if we sold ourselves to the white men in exchange for their validation. We will not teach our history and its importance in schools. It's of recent, I think last year, that our former president Buhari came to the media to talk about history. And before then, he made a derogatory comment saying, "Why are we studying history?" Even people, when I tell them I study history, they be like, "What are you going to do with that?" Even me, I've asked myself, "What am I going to do with history?" But the thing is, there's a lot to do with history, because if you do not know where you're coming from, you can't go further. If you do not know what you stand for, you won't even know what you're doing. You're just going to be mixing with the crowd, left, right, zombie behavior. So, wait, I forgot to mention, I attended a summer class here in 2009 in this National Library, because I've always loved reading. I just love intellect and all. So that's when I saw this advert on Instagram. I was like, wait, why don't I come back here? I was here before and it'll be interesting. And then again, talking about assessing historical evidence, historical knowledge is hard, because I remember when I was writing my project, I wanted to write on the history of Life Camp. It's a settlement in Barumpa. So it was very hard for me to assess documents. I remember going to Abuja Geographical Information System, and I had to go back again before they answered me. And even before they answered me, it was because I knew somebody there. You can't just walk into any government parastatals asking for, especially the ones that are in charge of information, historical information. They feel like you're stressing them, because even themselves, they don't even have it, and it's you asking of them is trying to remind them that they are lacking and they don't like it. So I think it's up to us. We should sensitize our society. It's going to be hard, because if you enter any community right now, you're trying to sensitize them on the importance of history, they'll feel like, what are you telling us? So take the pain and tell them they should know what have been robbed from us, because you go outside the country and then you will see our artifacts being there. They know the importance, they're making money of these things, and even the ones that they return, I don't think majority of us are interested in going to see it. We don't even care. So how do we get to care? That is the question we should be doing now. And it's honestly, our mothers and our fathers, they have done their part, they're tired. It's up to us as we are standing here, because I have to say that maybe I have changed my profession. I want to master in historiography. I want to be a lecturer in historiography because I want to teach history. So that is it. We have to be intentional about our history. We have to be intentional about documenting it. And then we have to know the right way to go about it. And that's where the public domains come in because it's going to teach you. It's going to be like it's going to give you this holistic view in how to go about the whole thing. So if we the youngsters are passionate about it, we should fight for it, but not fighting like we should fight our words. Yeah, we're going to advocate and all of that. So I want to really appreciate what you are doing here. It's really nice and eye opener to a lot of things that we do not know that I myself do not even know because I didn't even know the importance of documentation and the whole sorry the whole copyright thing. When I was writing my project, I felt like my supervisor was stressing me. He made me come to Abuja, I think 3 times, because he wanted me to get something right. And I felt like this man is disturbing me. He should just let me use the internet, but he said no. But then at the end of the day, I am grateful for all that because now I know why I did it. Thank you very much.